This was the kickstand that I would use to keep the phone steady while I was making vlogs. It's broken now. I'm gonna go cry for a couple days. Others actually just hold you like a real person. Okay, then let's see. So on Tuesday, the electronics board they marked the holes where they're going to put the components and drill holes and bolt the electrical components down. And then they actually found their components. I think they had to scrap some off of the demo bot, but that's fine. The end effector group they cut parts, and they came up with ideas on how to operate the dumper. He said, I don't remember if they okay they took a CAD model from a different team's design, and they're just using that now. And that's legal so long as we actually build it ourselves. The drivetrain group they assembled wheels, but they didn't work on motors. They actually worked on motors on Friday a bit. Girls Gen, people have an idea of how the controls work, and actually Girls Gen was yesterday, because I was supposed to do this on Friday, forgot. Then I was going to do this yesterday, and forgot. So I'm going to do this today. Super Test Group came up with a solid to-do list. Figure out who's doing what. A common problem that we've had is consistency. A bunch of people keep switching between groups or just not showing up at all, and then the people who take their place have no idea what's going on, and we have to start over, and that's not good. Our animation team, they did modeling and concept art. Not much more to add to that. Okay, so on Friday, the electrical board group, they actually drilled and they deburred the holes. Then they found some bolts, and I believe they've already started attaching components. I don't remember if they're done. They might be. The end effector group, they built most of the dumping device. I don't know why they're actually rushing on that, as we gave them until like the middle of November to finish it. So I don't know why they are rushing on this. I'm hoping this is just what they're doing is just a prototype and not a final design, because otherwise it's kind of a problem. I'm actually reading off of this thing right here, because I write down notes for every single meeting. It's kind of ridiculous. I'm like halfway through this thing already. Drivetrain group, they clamped the motors down. They built the gearboxes, or they took the old ones. Or did they? Good question. So they took the gearboxes from the motors. For the motors, they clamped them on, but they still need to actually bolt them down. So they're going to drill holes in the frame where they need to, and then bolt it down. Termin's group, they accidentally missed the section, so they had to get that figured out before they actually started on the essay. They're planning on working on the essay, but they never got around to that, or maybe they did. Maybe. Software group, they did some debugging. They're fixing their code, testing it with the 2012 robot. And the Super Tester group, they got started on an actual user manual, among other things. So next week it looks like electrical board is going to be finishing up putting on the components. And defector group is probably going to finish their hopefully finish their device. I think they were actually pretty close to finishing. And hopefully it's just going to be a prototype. Then drivetrain group, they need to get holes drilled and the motors bolted. Hopefully get things wired on eventually. If the electrical board group and the drivetrain group, if they finish at the same time, that would be ideal, because then they can kind of merge. Chairmans, they just need to continue working on the essay. Software. Software, if they could start maybe writing code for the robot, that'd be nice. And Super Tester, they need to continue what they're doing. Hopefully, they're working on the improved bomb. Once they get that done, can order parts, and what we're planning on doing is taking everything. We're planning on building a few tests, or not tests. We're building a few super testers to take to First Fair, and we'll show them, and then we'll hand people pre-order forms just to see how interested people are. And then from there, we can figure out, okay, do we need to make more of these, or do we need to make less of these? Because some of the components can only be they're only cheap if they're bought in bulk. so we need to get that worked out. So that's all there really is. Hope you guys have a nice day. It's a beautiful day outside, and yeah.